all the Jakes that were there under Roman jurisdiction as Roman tributaries, they said crucify him, because that was seen as like something straight humiliate somebody, man. In broad daylight, in public, amongst everybody, you flay them and humiliate them. So in terms, the Sons of Thunder, they're gonna drink that cup.
Yeah, because they were mocking him while he was going through all that, taunting him. You know, there's an account where it says somebody palmed his face and it said, "Prophesy, who struck you?" When he was up there, they were saying, "If you're the Son of God, get yourself down."
Going into the crucifixion, that's a very prolonged and agonizing death. And just to fulfill the prophecy, I think it's a law or whatever, that you can't have them hanging until the nightfall. When you're outside, you already get the ghost. And that's the reason why they broke the legs of the ones that were around them, so they can hurry up and die, right? Because it's a very prolonged and agonizing death, right? And then having to come up and continue to try to breathe, and your lungs are being filled with fluid.
Well, there was that man that came to get Yahushua's body, because he knew. Then he came and cleaned it, what do you call it, embalmed it.
This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life."
Yep. So you're gonna be tested to see if you believe in this or not. You know, because look at the Maccabees, man. Look at how their spirit was. You know, look at Daniel when he was gonna get thrown into the furnace. You know, they were like, "Look, man, the Lord will deliver us out of this, and if not, then just know we serve the Lord. We're not gonna do it." That's the same mentality that you're supposed to have. You know, you don't want to follow after wickedness, because it's against Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. It's against the Lord, man. You don't want to break the Lord's commandments. All right, you don't want to do wickedness.
Yeah, because we're about to be in we're in pretty much Jacob's trouble is in the beginning stages, man. Beginning of sorrows, man. Because every time you turn on the news, what do you see? Death, destruction, murder, death, kill.
Murder, death, kill.
All this shit, man.
Well, everybody's bugged out, crazy, man. You could be driving down the freeway, somebody cut you off, somebody smoke your ass, man.
Yeah, some kid got killed last night because of, I don't know, an argument at the pump. Went around the back of the building and got stabbed up 7 times and died.
Over nothing.
Over bullshit, probably.
Over nonsense.
So it's like, man, that's what I was saying last night, man. It's not, or a few nights ago, it's not really a good time to be out late at night anymore, man. So I was gonna go into a store, and when I was getting ready to park, this nigga got out of his, or this end, he got out of his Camaro, and it was like, "Can't nobody on this earth fuck with me." And I was like, you like one of them wild niggas, right? And his partner was like, hey, trying to calm him down. I was like, man, fuck it, I'm just going home.
Yeah.
I don't even need no water right now, man. Shit, I'll just wait. It ain't that serious. I just went home, man. I said, fuck it. Like a scary movie too, when he went in to go exercise that bitch that was in the bed, and her head starts spinning around, like, fuck this. That's how Jake made me feel, man.
Yeah.
Then you just realize, oh, I see why the Most High has Esau shit.
Oh yeah, you can't. Like honestly, man. I mean, Jake is being oppressed, and all this wickedness is being pushed on him. But I mean, these people are insane. Jake has gone mad. You know what I mean? I like, if I was a cop, and there's some cracked out Jake just screaming in my face, and he's telling me he's gonna kill me, pulls out a knife or some shit. Well, you know what? Anybody, what would you do? Because you can only do two things, man. You
Shoot him in his leg.
Fight or flight.
Fight or flight. Yeah, you're gonna shoot him in his leg. This motherfucker cracked out. You're gonna shoot him in his leg. This dude's gonna pounce on you.
I'm just trying to sound good on camera. I already know what I would do.
I ain't justifying no cops or nothing like that. I'm just saying, look, not everybody is locked up for righteous reasons, but you got a lot of Jake that is just degenerate people, man, and that are out here asking for it. You know, if you out robbing stores and ripping off cars, eventually you're gonna get caught and something bad is gonna happen to you, man. That's the way life works.
Mm-hmm.
You out here doing wickedness, don't expect something good to happen. You know, that's ridiculous. Second Ezra 15:1, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So what does that tell you? Does that tell you to just go out, just go wild out? Oh, it says the Lord is getting ready to bring plagues upon the world, man. The sword, famine, death, destruction, plagues, diseases, natural disasters. The Lord's going to bring death and destruction into the world for judgment.
Yep. It says why? Because of wickedness.
Because of wickedness. So why do wickedness? Why put yourself in that position? It says in the scriptures, you can't love somebody else if you don't love yourself, man. If you ain't doing good to yourself, how are you gonna do good for anybody else? You know. So you gotta change your ways, man. All right, you gotta change your ways to the ways of Yahweh Shai. That way, you can actually. Like when you ride with the Lord, man, you actually feel better, man. You have faith. You're like, all right, hey, man, I'm doing things that's pleasing to Yahweh Shai. Like I'm under protection right now, man. I got angels looking out for me. You know, something bad happens, I got somebody to back me up. All right, you people out here, you don't got nobody. You don't believe in nothing, so you don't got nobody to back you up, man.
And sometimes that vibration even reflects in his world amongst his demons. Because you could be doing something right with the Lord, and then at a split second, say a woman will recognize it, or your boss might recognize it. Something about you, like a vibe about you, that energy is like, they have no other choice but to accept you, not be much of a demon towards you. And I'm not saying it's going to be permanent, but for that moment, it's like something different, you know?
Yeah, I mean, these things happen all the time. It says in the scriptures that when a man's ways please the Lord, he makes even his enemies to be at peace with him.
Yep.
So even people that are not believers, you know, like Jake is, people are so used to wickedness in society. When they come along and they meet somebody that's honest and truthful and not a demon, they recognize that. They're like, wow, this is actually a good guy. What the fuck? I didn't even know that existed.
Yep. Yeah. Shoot, one of the bosses, I was like, man, I'm tired of this shit. I didn't tell him that, but I was just like, man, I think I'm going to start looking for another job. And he was like, I would hate to see you go. And I was just like, it don't feel like that every day. But like I said, for certain moments, the Lord will pacify demons, man.
You just gotta stay. You just gotta do the right thing, man.
Yeah.
That's why it tells you not to make hasty decisions. That means any time there comes a point, and you're making decisions constantly every day. You're making a decision to do this, a decision to do that. You gotta pray. You gotta constantly pray to Yahweh Shem outside. Ask for the right decision, man. What should I be doing right now? What's the right decision? You got a choice in front of you. Should I do this or should I do that? You gotta take your time. Or somebody, coming against you or something. Don't be so quick to just get into a word battle with an idiot, man. Take your time and throw things out there that have weight. Don't just be huffing and puffing it. Actually take your time, analyze the situation. All right, because this is chess. All right, you start making crazy, quick moves in chess, you get checkmated real fast like that, man. Unless you're just a master. I'll tell you what, I'm not a master.
Ain't nothing as masters. Only Yahweh Shai.
I gotta kick back. I gotta think for a minute. Wait a minute. How do I play this? You gotta do that. It tells you in the Bible to weigh your options, man. Think, ponder your steps. Ponder your steps, man. Meditate on what you're doing. Meditate on the choices that you're making. Are they in line with the scriptures? Examine thyself, man. Is that 2 Corinthians 13 and 5? Examine yourself, whether you're in the faith, man.
Got it. There's 2 Corinthians 13 and 5. Examine yourselves whether you be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves?
And this is the book of 2 Corinthians. These are 1st and 2nd Corinthians are like the longest letters in the New Testament, and the reason for it is because the Corinthians were hard-headed, man. They were constantly going on, and Paul had to go to Corinth several times to rebuke them. In fact, I believe in 2 Corinthians at the end, somewhere in there, it says, if I have to go to you a third time, you're not going to be happy. He said, at least I go there and I find some of you have not repented of the shit that I came and told you not to be doing. You're still doing it. He said, if I have to come a third time, I will not spare. Because the Corinthians were hard-headed, man. They were carnal. They were going off. They were fighting with each other. They were having all kinds. One of them was having sex with his father's concubine. He got casted out. He said that they were being proud about it. He was like, what the hell? So this is what Paul, the letter to the Corinthians, says. Examine yourselves. Don't you know yourselves, man? All right, examine yourselves whether you be in the faith, man. What are you doing? Are you making good decisions, or are you making bad decisions? Are you adhering to the Bible or not? And if you're not, you need to find out what you need to change and change it before Yahweh destroys you, man. Go ahead.
How that Yahweh Shai HaMashiach is in you.
It's in you. This thing is in you, man. All right. It's just natural. You just know, even in the world, you're not supposed to have sex with your stepmother, with your father's concubine, whatever, man. When we were kids, you in high school, you in junior high school, the gay kid was a fairy. He was a you said a lot of derogatory terms for that kid. You get beat up. You just knew not to be gay, man. It's just in you. You just know being gay is not right.
Being gay is not okay.
Being gay is not. All right, go ahead.
Except ye be reprobates. But I trust that ye shall know that we are not reprobates. Now I pray to Yahweh that ye do no evil, not that we should appear approved.
Yeah, he's saying, I'm praying to Yahweh Shemel side that you do no evil. Not that we're going to appear approved, you know, like, oh yeah, look at my guys, look at the Corinthians. You know, I built them up, they ain't doing nothing, they're strong in the faith, this, that, and the third. He's saying, not that we're going to be approved, man. Because what was Paul doing? Paul was setting up churches, he was sending elders, he was sending high-level brothers to go and make sure that those churches were in order, so that no bad report would come out of it. And they say, look at Paul's man. You know, because Paul boasted about it. He boasted about it. He said, yeah, look at their faith. You know, look how built up they are, this, that, and the third. That's how Paul was proud in the spirit, man. He was proud of the brothers that he built up. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know? I thought if the brother behind the camera, you know, does a dope ass video and he breaks down scriptures hella clean, you know, like you can see his understanding just shining forth. I'm proud of that, man. I'm gonna be like, yeah, look at that. I'll be uploaded, be like, yeah, look at this brother's video, man. You know, look at that. Look how spiritual he is. You know, so Paul was like that. You know, because Paul loved his brothers, man. You're supposed to be like that. You're supposed to love your brothers like to death, man. It's supposed to be the most important thing in the world to you. You know, who cares about you? You're supposed to be worried about your brothers. You know? And that's how Paul was. He said he would do anything for the elect's sake. So he was saying, if you can't examine, if Yahweh Shai's not in you can't examine yourself, then you're a reprobate. He said, but I trust that you know you're not reprobate. Because you have the ability, it's in you to be able to be like, you know what, that's a demon, man. Fuck that demon, man. You have that ability, you can do that. But you gotta believe. You gotta believe in demons. You gotta know that it's a demon. You gotta identify it as a demon. Because anything that goes against the scriptures, anything that's not that's not in agreement with the Bible is a demon. Okay? And there you go through the law, man. You can read it. Exodus, Leviticus, it tells you what's right and what's wrong. Before they had the New Testament, before they had a lot of the books, they had the law. That's what they had. That's what they would read. That's what governed us. That's what still governs us to this day, man. And then what else did it say? Read the last verse you read again.
2 Corinthians 13:7. Now I pray to Yahweh that ye do no evil, not that we should appear approved, but that ye should do that which is honest, though we be as reprobates.
Yeah. So he said, not that we should appear approved, but that you should do what's honest. Because you gotta be persuaded in your own mind. You have to believe. Ain't nobody can believe for you. Nobody can have faith for you. You have to believe, because all you're gonna have during Jacob's trouble is Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Your faith, man. What belief and what faith that you built up. That's all that you're gonna have. So your faith gotta be on point, man. Otherwise, you're gonna lose it. The demon's gonna overtake you. You're gonna be too scared to keep pushing forward, man. To serve Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Because being a servant of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is contrary to this world. So Esau wants to put you to death. Esau wants you dead, man. You say that you're an Israelite, you have an enemy that wants to kill you. He's the most powerful enemy in the world right now, in the physical sense. Yeah. The meek of the world, the lowest of the low. We're worse than the Al-Qaeda.
We're not blowing people up. We're not doing any mass shootings because
we don't even have the ability to do it.
These are the words. It's the words that's in there.
Yeah. They're just mad because we understand that they're the devil.
You know, it's changing the landscape and the thinking process of a lot of people in America to realize that America ain't nothing but a white supremacy, and everything that they're saying is on total lie. we just could be the children of Israel. Our heritage is suppressed from us, from our oppressors. And then they go and look at the track record and look at what he's doing now, his actions. It's like, yeah, you can't but admit that this guy's the damn devil. He says one thing but does another.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's the opposite. He's the it's what the world would call an antichrist. That's Esau.
As the scripture said, there's many antichrists.
Anybody that's against the Lord is an anti. It's anti. What's up?
Huh? No, want me to keep it?
No, I thought you had.
Oh no.
You were looking like you had a scripture.
Like, well, at the end, it was. I'll just read it. It was, for we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. Yeah, that was it.
You can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. You can't do anything against the truth. The truth is the truth, man. What are you gonna do against it? And everything's written in the Bible. You know, there's nothing in this. There's nothing that can happen in the world that's not written in the Bible. You know?
Like even with vocab, constantly trying to go to every camp in GMS and the elders. He's obtaining all these different victories in battle, but really the truth has already won the war, man.
Yeah.
You're not doing anything but bringing out further edification or making yourself look like an actual bug out when he's bugging out over the chariot. The heathen are dismayed at him, man. So that just further hammers the point home that everything the apostles say is the truth.
I mean, nothing can be done against the truth, man. It's simple. You know, you got people that go around trying to convert everybody. You can come Israelites are crazy, you gotta get out of that. That's good though, because we don't need those people. If vocab alone can bug somebody out in the truth, we didn't need that guy. Nobody needed that guy. That's simple.
Well, any of them guys that came up over the years, man, there's been a lot of them. Prophet 613. You know, we had
You got a name like
Isaiah or whatever.
You got a name like
That came up better than others came. That shit. You got Two Hearts came out. Talk came out. The Avengers. There's other people. Danger Mouse.
That's all in Milwaukee.
Yeah, all the people that from the past, since YouTube came on, all those different people that came against the truth, where are they now, man? That should be like a VH1 special. Where are they now? Only one still lightweight lingering is vocab alone. But as you see, he's being defeated on the basis, man. Week to week basis, he's being defeated. All you can say is, well, this camp came this way, and this camp was more humble than that one, and this and that and the third. But all in all, you're still being defeated. That's just a sign that what's coming out of your mouth is just words of defeat. You're just too proud to admit that you've been defeated. Victory has defeated you. You already attained the victory, man. Through the Yahweh shot.
You can't fight against it. You can't fight against the scripture. You know, that's what you're trying to do. Because Yahweh Shai is the word of the Most High, man. You know, this Bible is the word of the Most High. How you gonna fight against it? You know? You wanna dance around scriptures. You know, how does that profit? How does that profit you to dance around scriptures like that? Really, man? If you don't believe in this, then this book ain't for you. You should just stop reading it. Because all you're doing is confusing people.
We're going to add to his stripes when it comes to his death, man. He's going to die a horrible death.
This Habakkuk 2:1, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So in the end it shall speak and not lie. So the words are going to speak for themselves. We're out here before the destruction comes to gather the elect, to get the believers, to seal the people that are going to have faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Then the Bible's just going to speak, then the truth is just going to be made plain. The Bible's going to speak for itself through the prophecies. What does it say? What does it say in I think it's Ezekiel 33.
They shall know that there was a prophet among them. 33 and 34.
This is Ezekiel 33 and 30. Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them.
Yeah, that's all the people that know the truth, that hear the truth. Whether they're on YouTube, whether they come to camp, and then yeah, they get enchanted by the words. They get, I wouldn't say enchanted, but they get serenaded, and they actually believe that they're Israelites or feel like they're Israelites, but they won't rehearse the righteous acts. It'll be a man who'll come out there 4 years straight. He'll understand who Esau is, these nations. He'll understand certain breakdowns. He'll get the basics, but he'll never put his hand to the plow. Okay? And one day he just disappears. Okay, that's what it's talking about. They come, they sit before you as my people. They will hear your words, but they will not do them. And what we're looking for is doers. Okay? And really, it's Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai that's going to find them. We just push this word out. Okay? Because we can't force nobody to come into the truth. No matter how much you talk, try to talk some sense into them. At the end of the day, they're going to do what they want to do. You got Israelites, Jakes, that'll go around and say, I don't believe in God, but I know it was God that delivered me this day. But I still won't keep his commandments. I still won't do what he commands me. I'm still going to be a demon. Pretty much is what they're saying, man. And Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, those are undesirables. The Lord ain't looking for them. So when it comes to having a big camp and, men that wear the flyest garments, that's not what we're out here for, man. We're simply out here to preach this word. Okay? To push what's contained here. And then, as a brother brought in Habakkuk, the vision is set for it at a point in time, and at the end, it'll speak and not lie. That's why what we've been saying, and the Bible has been saying, is coming to pass. Okay? Revelation 12 and 12, the devil shall come down upon you, having great wrath. What do you think all these shooters are, man? All these shootings that are taking place. That's Esau coming down with that wrath. For what? So he can implement greater wrath by bringing in martial law. Okay? He wants to be justified in coming through and raiding your house whenever he wants, going through your refrigerator, your wife taking a shower, he can just bust that shit down. He wants to be justified in doing these things, man. So everything that's contained in these scriptures is going to come to pass, whether you believe it or not, in your lifetime. Okay, it's not 5, 10 years down the road. Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai forbid that it is 5 years, man. But we don't see that, man. especially with the way things are moving, man. Lord willing, it's the end of this year, man. Lord willing, it's tomorrow. Okay, now we know it's not tomorrow because the chip hasn't been implemented. That's a major prophecy that has to happen, that we're waiting for. When the mark of the beast comes, then these countries are going to shoot those nukes. Because Revelation 14 and 9 cannot be fulfilled until Revelation 13 and 16 is fulfilled. Okay. And Revelation 14 and 9 is talking about the nukes burning 2/3 of our people and all these other nations that get the chip.